Hello and welcome, it's me John aka Nosey and I'm here for a brand new Transformers review. Yet another one of my pickups from TFNation 2024 and I'm indeed going to be reviewing today. Yeah man, the 40th anniversary G1 reissue, Soundwave with Laserbeak and Ravage. We've all seen G1 Soundwave for, well, 40 years or so. But yeah, I picked this guy up at TFN 2024, and even though I already have G1 Soundwave, and I'm pretty sure I've already reviewed him, but this is sort of, if I have got a review of G1 Soundwave up already on my channel, which if I have, it's been up for a long time, this is just a nice way to kind of do a new fresh review on sort of like a slightly redecorated version of a reissued toy of G1, of course. And yeah, so Soundwave is my boy. He is my favourite character of Transformers. He is, as you see in my little logo thing on my channel, that was graciously animated by my good friend Alpha Prime. Little Soundwave, I am holding Soundwave in there. So yeah, pretty cool. But what I love about G1 box art, and that's why I'm starting the review off here, is just look at that beautiful box art. Just look at that, beautiful. Yes, so there's a nice picture on the side of all of them together, and the same on this side. And of course you've got your tech specs. You know, you'd have that little, like a red thing that would go over that, and you would be able to see it properly. You know, you've got Soundwave, which is function communications, cries and screams are music to my ears. It is said Soundwave can hear a fly sneeze. He uses anything he hears for blackmail to advance his status. Laserbeak, function interrogation. The only point I like in Autobots, melting point. Laserbeak takes pleasure in hunting his prey, usually the straggling survivors of battle. And then Ravage, function saboteur. Today's Autobots are tomorrow's scrap metal. Ravage operates best alone, a creature of the night, craftiest of all Decepticons. Lovely. Pretty cool. So let's get him out. Let's get him reviewed. So everything is out of the box. So let's have a look, see at the accessories he comes with. Now, obviously, everyone's well versed with G1 Soundwave, but yeah, no. So it comes with 3. I guess obviously you get, you know, in case, I guess, I don't know, you lose one. I don't know. But these are the tips of his main weapon blaster. Then, of course, he comes with his batteries of doom. So he comes with one that is actually his weapon that one of these will go into. So he comes with that one. And he comes with this one, which of course is his shoulder-mounted one. And of course, Laserbeak's parts. So he comes with 2 of these kind of things that go on top of him when he's in bed mode. Ravage, he comes with 2 identical like blaster mounted things that go on him when he's in his cat panther mode. And of course he comes with Ravage, which looks really nice. Yeah, it's actually got an actual painted and an actual proper Decepticon insignia there, but it does seem ever so slight difference in paint on him. So very nice. And then of course you've got Laserbeak in cassette mode. It looks really lovely with those lovely shiny stickers already applied. I'm not sure, because it was a thing, I think, back in G1 where you could like apply them yourself, I think. And of course, the pièce résistance, that is Soundwave himself. Oh, does it look good? Oh, he looks good. He looks the biz in this. This is very much more, I would say, seems more accurate. Compared to the original G1, this is much more of a lighter shade of purple, dark blue, like a dark blue, but it's like a lighter shade. And then obviously you've got this lovely, actually etched onto that, actually etched on. If you can just see it, lovely Decepticon insignia. And then you've got this lighter grey, which is sort of like the same colour of those, these weapon bits. Kind of the same kind of shade of grey. But it looks bloody beautiful. It's a really, and then obviously you've got the nice yellow that goes around borders this. It looks lovely. Some people probably won't see the point of me buying this, because the reason why I bought this guy at TFN, even though I have a G1 Sound Blaster and I also have a G1 Soundwave, even though they're exactly the same toy, the only difference is with Sound Blaster is you've got a slightly larger cassette deck bit, so you can put both cassettes in, you can put more than one in. But that's the other difference. But of course, my original G1 Soundwave is not in a good place. It's kind of, I've lost bits. I've lost this bit, which is the storage cap for where you would put his, that's where you would put these in, like that. And then you would just put that back, and you've got storage for his pieces. For those weapon bits. So I've actually lost this on my original G1 Soundwave, and it's an actual G1 Soundwave that I've got, and it's obviously not in good spot, not in good shape. So I've got this not as a replacement, but just to kind of have as more of a display piece, because this actually does look like this Soundwave that I fell in love with, like the colour choices on him and everything. I just really like this deco on this version. So I'm going to get him transformed, and then we'll get onto the cassette bots. So I know how to do it. I don't have to look at the instructions. Simple. Just bring these to the side and bring right down like that. That sounded nasty to me. And then just swivel like so, and get your finger in there. Oh, that's different. That's different. Those feet are not metal, they're plastic. That's a difference. Yeah, they're metal. They're plastic feet. Because a lot of the G1 figures, they did have die-cast metal parts. This is not the only. I don't even know if even they are. You know, on the original G1, right in there, those bits were metal, and the feet were metal. They do not feel like metal to me. They feel like they are a decent solid plastic though, but that's the difference with this guy. They've not really used much metal like the original G1 was. But anyway, so that's what you do with the legs, of course, and then you bring the arms to the side, extend his fists from this on the side, like so, and then pop up the head, which is just here, pop up and twist around. And there he is. There's G1, 40th anniversary G1 Soundwave in robot mode, and he does look absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love this figure. I absolutely love Soundwave, and he looks really nice. I really do like the slight subtle changes. The only thing I will say as a negative is the diecast has been largely, is no longer really a part of this toy anymore in this version. I'm guessing they did that to kind of put costs down in manufacturer, with manufacturing. Obviously, as this is G1, based on the G1 figure, obviously there's no articulation except for the arms that can swivel, and the elbow, and the head, and that's it. But sweet. So let's finish him off. Let's get the shoulder mounted accessory. That will just plug straight into there, this hole. That will plug straight into there. So now he looks much more like Soundwave now, with his shoulder cannon. And then with the gun, you extend it out like that, and you get one of these that will just simply go into there. That goes in there beautifully. And there is like a little button on the side there, I think, which fires it. I don't know if it has a fire mechanism on this one. It does feel like there's a... It does feel like there is like a spring in there. It don't fire, but it does release. So that there's like a little button right in that little recess. If you press it down, it'll release it. It won't fire it, but it'll just release it. So that's basically what you do with that. You put that in there, and you simply put it into his fist, and there we have it. It's not so much a reissue it per se, where he is literally the G1 Soundwave but just recoloured. It is obviously G1 Soundwave, of course. It's based on that toy, but it is a bit more modernised by the fact that they've taken out the die-cast. That's the only subtle difference I think they've done in the construction of him. So let's put him to the side for a moment, and let's get Ravage. So we have a Ravage. He looks awesome. He is cute. So I think if I can remember how to transform him from past memory, just bring the paws and everything down. You sort of do it like that. So you bring them in so that these front ones rest up against this bit of plastic right there, and then these come down like, I think, yeah, so they just kind of go there like that. I think, yeah, sort of just like that. I think if you wanted to, you can just kind of prise them up a little bit so you can stand a little bit. Otherwise, you'll just fall over. It's a little bit one-dimensional, if you know what I mean, with these little guys. And then you just bring the tail out from the top like this, and then the head, and I think that's pretty much him transformed. I think that's as close as I'm going to get from memory. And of course he's got these side things. I think this one is this side. And there he is with his weapons in. So that is little Soundwave. Soundwave. That's not Soundwave. There's little Ravage. In his little glory. Yes, he's cool. So that's Ravage. And then Laserbeak. I think if I remember rightly, I think you separate. That's it. Yeah. These bits come up like that, which become his feet. These are also the feet. That's right. So the wings will come to the sides and down. So yeah, so oh, these are little, yeah. So I'm remembering, people. I'm remembering. So these come to the side like that, and then you bring them down, bring them to the side, and you just sort of put them like that. All right, and then you get your nail in. Just push out Laserbeak's head, and there is Laserbeak in bed mode. And he is awesome. He's lovely. Especially with those lovely shiny stickers on. It looks nice. Then obviously he has his weapons again. Let me just remember which side is which. And there we are. Laserbeak. There's Laserbeak. Also as well, I think, if I remember rightly, yeah, that's where the difference is, because Ravage and Laserbeak also don't have any die cast in there. They are just straight plastic. That's where I'm getting the difference from, because obviously with the metal you naturally get that shine and shimmer when you reflect in the light. Obviously these plastic ones, they are more like a matte colour. Especially you can tell the difference with Ravage, because he don't really have any reflection as much as the original G1 Ravage. So yeah, they've completely taken out the die cast even on his cassettes, which I've just realised. You could call that a bit of a cop-out. Some people won't be very happy with that. I'm happy with him. I love Soundwave. I'm not angry. I'm not gonna go and, you know, strike over it. I'm happy with it. Like I say, I bought him primarily because my original G1 Soundwave is not in a good spot. I'm missing parts of him, and this, that, and the other, and he just generally does not look very nice to really put on display. So I bought this guy as kind of, not as a replacement, but just as like an updated version of him to put on the shelf. And seeing as I love this character, plus I really do like the colour choices on him. It looks a lot more like the screen accurate. You know, it's like the anime colours for Soundwave, you know. So that's why I bought him. And also it's the 40th anniversary. I know it's a bit of a cheek, the fact that Hasbro have taken out the die cast, but it's one of them. But even though they've taken out the die cast, those feet are pretty strong. There seems to be quite a nice hard plastic in those feet, so there's some stability there, at least. And of course, with Laserbeak and Ravage, there's no die cast there either. There's just straight plastic. I'm gonna transform one of the cassettes now. I'm gonna put one into his chest to just so I'll do Laserbeak. Take off his guns, revert him back. There we are. Beautiful. Beautiful. Goes in there very nicely, actually. And there we are. Laserbeak is in his chest. And you know what? That's actually quite a nice... And it opens nicely as well. Because the original G1 one, it does actually kind of snag a little bit if you don't put it in there correctly. But it does seem to snag. But even with the cassette in, that mechanism does open very nicely. It really does. But there we are. That is my review on the 40th anniversary G1 reissue sort of Soundwave with Ravage and Laserbeak. So thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be back with more reviews very, very soon. So bye-bye.